So I originally answered this question already, but I wanted to remake this video and make some clarifications and go a little deeper with it. And so the question is, who is the us and the we that God is referring to in Genesis 1:26, where he says, let us make man in our image after our likeness? Follow with me over to John 1:1, where it also says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him was not anything made that was made. So, who or what is the Word? Follow with me over to John 1:14, where John tells us that the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we have seen his glory, glory as the only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth. So we know that the Word was Jesus Christ who came in the flesh. So when you are looking in Genesis 1:26, we know that it was God and Jesus in the beginning, as they have always been. Jesus did not come to exist when he came into the world, into the flesh for our salvation. He has always been, as he always will be. Now, this is where it gets deep. Okay, so we know that everything in the world, from a worm up to man, was made by God and Jesus Christ. Everything. Now, here's the thing when it comes to mankind. Every person that has ever lived is a creation of God, but not everyone is a child of God. Now, what makes someone a child of God? Follow with me back over to Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. So I want to stop right there. Let's break this down. Think of this spiritually. You are the earth, okay? Your temple, your body is the earth. You are without form, you are void and in darkness. Okay? If you have not accepted Jesus Christ, you are without form, without void, you are in darkness, right? So, how do you become a child of God? The way that you become a child of God is by receiving the incorruptible seed of Christ. When you receive the incorruptible seed of Christ within your earth, within your temple, now, Genesis 1:3, and God said, let there be light. And remember, when you receive Jesus Christ, you receive the Holy Spirit, who does what? Leads you into all truth. Right? And so if you are a child of God and you have received the Holy Spirit, you are now no longer in darkness. Your earth is no longer form and void. It now has light. And now that you have the Holy Spirit, you can understand and receive and hear the things of God. Because remember, God says on Judgment Day that there will be some that he will say, depart from me, I never knew you. Now, that's not because God doesn't know who you are. We know he knows everyone. He created them. He knows everything about you, down to the numbers of hairs that you have on your head. So when he is saying, depart from me, I never knew you, what is he referring to? Look with me in John 8:43-44, where it says, why do you not understand what I say? It is because you cannot bear to hear my word. You are of your father, the devil, and your will is to do your father's desires. So if your earth is a void, if you do not have the light of Christ in you, the Holy Spirit, you are in darkness. You are of the seed of darkness. You are of your father, the devil. So that means that, because remember that you can be operating in a spirit, or you can be living a life that is outside the character or the design that God designed you for. And so that is what he is referring to when he is saying, depart from me, I never knew you. That meant that you lived a life, or you operated within a spirit that was not of God, because you are either operating in the spirit of darkness, or you are operating in the spirit of Christ, which is the Holy Spirit, which is the light. But you have to know whether you are walking in darkness. Do you have the seed of darkness? Or have you truly received the incorruptible seed of Christ, and you now have the Holy Spirit, and now you can hear, and now you can see and understand the things of God? I hope this helps.